What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video right here on the Crypto Grind channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Hbar. Now, for my long-term followers, you'll know that I'm a massive fan of Hbar. I'm also quite a big holder of this coin as well. So in full transparency, I do have to disclose that to everybody. But the more that I look into this project, the more that I'm excited, the more that I'm bullish, and the more that I'm sure that it is going to do absolutely great things come the bull run and beyond. So if that's something that interests you, stick around, make sure you're watching the video all the way to the end, because I have some really awesome stuff to be talking about. So jumping right in to the price of it all, you can see it's sitting at just under 6 cents, which for me personally is quite a steal. It is going down a little bit, but we have seen the overall market in the last few days probably having a bit of a correction. So in my personal opinion, it's probably the right time to start DCAing into the project as it starts to go down. If you were watching some of my earlier videos on Hbar, you would have got into this at around about 4 cents, so you'd be up quite a bit by now. But it's still not too late. I think that we're sitting at nearly a $2 billion market cap. I don't think it's too late to be getting into this at all. I think this project is going to at least 10x during the next bull run, possibly 20 to 30 at the height of it before everything starts to cool off again. So it's really not a bad time to be getting into it. I mean, the all-time high is around 60 cents, so it's a minimum of a 10x in my opinion. I really do think that it can do more. Now, moving on to why I think that this project is definitely going places, that they announced last week that they are going to launch enterprise program for Hbar development. Essentially, the whole governing council has got together and they've allocated $22.5 million to development and grant programs to encourage developers to build on the actual Hbar network. Now, that's on top of some really good projects that are already there. So this sort of allocation has been put aside to encourage top-notch development on the Hbar network. They are going to give preference to projects that have pre-funding and other funding as well. And projects will be eligible up to $500,000 per project. They obviously have to prove that they're bringing some value to the Hbar network. And one of the first projects that has actually happened is the Hashgraph Association partnering with one of the members on the governing council, Orange Telecommunications, to launch accelerator programs into Morocco. Now, I think this is them starting to break into the African market by breaching one of the more mature crypto markets in Africa, and that's Morocco. And they are going to be encouraging businesses and so on to be building on the Hbar network. And that's just something that I think is fantastic. If you are encouraging building, especially in the bear market, you are only going to succeed by the time the bull market comes around. Now, I also wanted to touch on the actual roadmap of it, because I think there are some pretty cool things. We have heard a lot about people questioning the centralization of Hbar and that it is pretty centralized because there are only so few members on the governing council. Now, in the roadmap, Q2 of 2023, we can see that they are going to start enabling community nodes. I have been speaking about this for a while, and now that we have community nodes being enabled, it is really going to accelerate the decentralization of this chain, which for me is only going to be bring good things to the project and obviously push the price up at the end of the day. A few other things that I wanted to talk about. There are airdrop associations with other tokens that are coming through. One of those is the Karate project as well. I did speak about that in one of my previous videos. You actually don't need to hold any tokens to apply for this airdrop. So go ahead, check out that website, sign up, and you can get yourself some tokens airdropped. It might never be worth anything, but it's worthwhile holding them in case they do something and in the next bull run and beyond that. I do know that they also did get some additional funding for that Karate project as well. So it's fantastic. It's probably going to do fairly well, and it's worthwhile applying for that airdrop. So in Q2, we're going to see them opening up the community nodes. Now in Q3, they have also said that they are going to be further expanding. If I just find it here quickly, they are going to be further expanding the network and their community nodes. So if we find here quickly, there you go, enable community nodes. So this is just extending the community node. So by the end of Q3 2023, we're going to have a really decentralized looking environment, which is something that will give a lot of people comfort that we are decentralizing the Hashgraph network. And I know a lot of people are sort of concerned about that. So this should alleviate a lot of those concerns. They're also going to do things like help with congestion pricing. They're going to make staking easier, give better staking options, and so on. So there's a lot of good things coming for Hbar in 2023. If we have a look at the actual ecosystem, there were a few things that I wanted to talk about, other reasons why I think this project is seriously cool. This company here, MTech, that they're working with, sustainable CBDC framework for central banks. So they are working with Hbar to bring you CBDCs. Now, as much as we don't like CBDCs, they are going to become a thing. And when you're following the money, you're going to make money. And this is one reason here where you're going to make money, because they are helping these companies build on the Hbar network. There's a couple of other things that are pretty cool here as well. You can go through the whole ecosystem. I can do a whole video on them, and I probably still wouldn't finish. But we've got logistics, we've got access control, we've got KYC. Another interesting one that I did see on here as well is a company called Banksa. It helps on and off-ramp cryptos and stable coins from exchanges. So those of you who have used exchanges, you will know that Banksa is one that you can use. And then just quickly looking at the governing council itself, just the companies and the grade of companies that you do find there. You've got Google, you've got IBM. One of the more recent ones is Dell Technology, who joined this year in 2023. And we can still see there are quite a few seats left on the governing council. I'd imagine that they're going to be adding about 4 or 5 before the end of this year. I could be wrong, but all 39 seats on this governing council will be taken up within a very short space of time, I'd imagine, before 2025. So we're going to have some top-notch companies that have signed up. We've got Ubisoft here as an example. As the metaverse projects start picking up AAA development, we're going to see companies like Ubisoft developing fantastic A-grade games on the Hbar network, which is only going to be good. So all in all, it's the reason why I'm so bullish about this project. I can't say enough good things about it. If you already have Hbar, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the project. Also, what you could do to help the channel out is check out the links that I do have in the description. I've got discounts for hardware wallets from Tangem. I've got first-time use discounts for anybody who wants to exchange and buy, for example, Hbar on MEXC. Otherwise, join the Patreon if you are interested. I do think that there is something for everybody. Patreons do get early buy alerts, especially when it comes to projects that I am excited about. So they would have known about getting into this project early. And of course, the Telegram. Make sure you're joining the Telegram. We are building such a fantastic community there. And it's a great way to discuss your ideas and let everybody know about your favorite projects and why you think they are going to go big. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.